Good morning. So today I would like everybody to just close their eyes and imagine themselves by a warm fire in the cold. How nice, right? But what if that fire was actually burning humans that your country had deemed as witches? Crazy, right? Well, this is exactly the tradition that the Czech Republic holds every year. And the Czech Republic is a very traditional country. They're actually located in Central Europe. They're one of the safest countries as well, and they are very known for their castles and cathedrals that their country kind of centers around. That's where most of the tourism comes from. But what they aren't very known for, though, is their annual witch burning tradition. So today I am here to inform you about what the tradition is, how it came about, and the differences between 1600s to present day. So to just start off, I just kind of want to give you an overview of what the tradition is. So the source that I used to find this information on was pragmorning.cz, which is from the Czech Republic's local news source. So it's kind of like our NBC or our news channels. So just to start, the tradition is of burning witches. So they used to actually burn humans that I'll talk about in a little bit, but they start by burning effigies of witches, which is brooms that are dressed in raggedy clothes or throw rag dolls in the fire. And it has to do with marking the end of cold weather. So they originally wanted to burn all evil spirits that surrounded them, but after the Spanish Inquisition, they specifically focused on witches. So the second thing that I kind of want to talk about is how it came about. So the source in which I'll give you my information from is called kafkadesk.org, and it's actually, he is a person, it's an author, and he did research from the Prague office in Czech Republic, and if you don't know what Prague is, it's actually their capital. So the tradition itself originally dealt with fertility, so they would burn the fires to ward off the evil spirits because they wanted their women more fertile. But after, they weren't really worried about it anymore, so they just focused on just casting away all the evil spirits. But the website said, according to Czech Slavic forebears, April 30th was the exact day when the evil forces reached their peak and proliferated, thriving during the long, cold winter months. So they would mainly burn these witches because they just wanted to cleanse the air. The Czechs felt like they needed protection from all the magic and the witchcraft that was happening, and they just wanted to cast all them spirits away. And just like I said, they used to make effigies of witches, and they would dress them up, and what they dressed them up on was a broom, and they actually deemed brooms as unlucky. And the ashes from after the fire was actually deemed as lucky because it was supposed to benefit the quantity of the crops. So the last thing I kind of wanted to touch on was how the tradition has changed from the 1600s till now. So ancientorigins.net is where I got my information from, and it mainly talks about different ancient traditions across the world and how they have all evolved over time. So like I said before, they celebrate on April 30th, marking spring, and from the 1600s till present day, they've always roasted sausages, they played festive music, and they would hold hands and dance around the fire in a circle. But back in the 1600s, the Czechs actually believed really heavily in dark magic, and they actually thought some humans were actual witches, so they would take those humans and hang them and actually burn them at the stake in their fire, which I thought was crazy. Because something like that could never happen now in present day. You would be sent to life imprisonment, you'd be given capital punishment, something crazy. So, just like I said, they would make effigies of witches instead. So, since the coronavirus pandemic, though, and the central drought that just happened in Europe, the Republic actually forbid large gatherings and bonfires, which means they couldn't hold their tradition. And they said that they couldn't do this because they saw it as a public danger, but I just don't think they really want to celebrate the tradition anymore. So the Czechs now just wait till they get that opportunity again. So I just thought, ending this speech, I wanted to tell you that I've learned so much about the tradition, and I hope you have as well, and my opinions have changed completely throughout the time. At first, I thought it was an odd tradition, but something that could never be allowed here in the United States, but I do respect the Czechs, and I respect their tradition, and every culture is different, and that's really what makes it so unique. So if you ever find yourself wondering, the Czech Republic in Europe in spring, and you see a fire just burning in the middle of the day, it may or may not be witches. Thank you.